Hey, what's going on? Alim here, and welcome to part 11 of the $0 to $1,000 FlutterFlow app building challenge. It's been a while since I've updated y'all on Closer Academy. I wanted to make this video to give you a full update on where things are at. It's not that I haven't been working on it. It's that I've been doing a lot of offline kind of tactical and strategic initiatives to make sure that this app has legs. I'm going to break down everything over the next, 10 to 20 minutes. I've been making progress at night. I've noticed that like during the day, I just have meetings and calls with students, and we've been launching so many apps at Dreams into Apps that like my whole day kind of gets picked up by case study calls and interviews with students and helping people launch. So that's been kind of tough. But overall, I have been working on it. My best time to work has been late at night after the gym when everything's just really quiet. You know, I'll chill on the couch, throw some Netflix on the background, and just kind of work on Closer Academy. So there's been a lot of stuff that I've been doing. I've been talking to potential affiliates, people who can promote the product. I've also talked to a lot of strategic people too, who are in the sales space. I've kind of locked in a UI designer, a senior UI designer, who will be working with me on profit share or on equity basis. This person knows that I'm very skilled in app development. They obviously know we're in this space and we have a lot of connections. So I locked in a UI designer who will be completely redoing the UI for the V1. So I'm going to stay focused on the MVP and just getting the functionality, done over the next week or two, getting the revenue cap paywall up and obviously getting us to $1,000. I'm thinking our initial business model is going to be like $60 lifetime access or $100 lifetime access. If I can get 10 people to pay $100, I can get us to that $1,000 mark, and then we can scale it from there. So yeah, I still have been working on the functionality, and I'm going to go over what I've been working on. I also have been talking to people and kind of pre-marketing the app. So I locked in the UI designer. I've also talked to a bunch of people, and in this video, we're going to go over pretty much everything. So a major shift I made in the app strategy is that I got rid of my initial, that initial UI UX that I had at first landed on. So I think I first wanted to do something like this, right? Where'd it go? I wanted to do something like this, where I got the product name, the objection, and then just like this really basic kind of transactional UI. But I did some research and I found that most people in the space, they don't really like this. They want to see like a chat type of UI, a UI where essentially you're talking to somebody like a chat bot. So what I did is I went to this streaming AI assistant on FlutterFlow with BuildShip template tutorial, and I went through this whole thing and integrated a chatbot into my app. It's just a very basic chatbot, and I connected it to my OpenAI assistant. I'll make sure to leave a link to this in the notes for this YouTube post, but pretty much got this implemented into Closer Academy. So I have this chat assistant now. I found this on a Twitter post. I'm not going to spill the beans too much, but I was doing some research in sales kind of Twitter niche, and I found that there were some people making ChatGPT assistants to help people mock call and role play. And I was like, oh my God, if people are using ChatGPT assistants already to do this in like an analog environment, if I package this up into an app, it will absolutely crush. So I talked to a few people, and I even DM'd the person who had made that post, and they are so excited about this app. They still do believe that there needs to be some level of like UI where we tell the prospect kind of what they're selling. And I will implement something like that. But right now, I just got this chat assistant working where you can pretty much talk to the assistant. I'm working on some of the proprietary logic behind the scenes. I don't want to share too much of it, and I hope y'all can respect that. I just don't want, essentially to get caught up in something kind of unfortunate. But I have been working on this, and this functionality works. I kind of just went through the whole streaming AI assistant, and I also cleaned up some of the stuff in the bottom. I'm realizing that I really want this to be simple for V1. My new V1 scope is going to be like this. We're going to have the homepage right here where you have all of your challenges. The first challenge will be free. The 3 other challenges are going to be premium, and that's going to be the same thing every day. All I'm going to do is refresh those challenges every day. The first one is free, and the rest are going to trigger the paywall. Profile is just literally going to be like the person who's logged in. It's just going to have like very basic settings and a Discord community. I've already spun up my Discord, so that's good, and we can then funnel some people into there. And then that's pretty much it. It's just going to be sell, profile, and then the chat assistant is not going to be a tab. It's going to hide behind, you know, the daily challenges I was telling you about. So pretty much just going to be this page as the sell, and then profile. And anytime you click on one of these challenges, it'll take you into the chat assistant, and that will be the core app loop, right? You're going to come to the app every day, complete your challenge, go through the chat experience, and then come back here. So yeah, that's where I am as far as the app goes. And I'm going to spend the rest of this video talking to you about the validation that I've been doing. And so there's a big subculture on Twitter for sales. And so what I did is I went to my Twitter account and then I searched for sales professionals, right? So I'll just do sales professional and I'll sort by people. And Twitter's a really cool place because it's like a pseudo like Instagram meets LinkedIn, where people love to flex kind of their backgrounds, and it's very optimized in the bio. Like it's search optimized for the bio. So you can see when I type in sales professional, I get a ton of people who are sales professionals. So I kind of find someone who, you know, meets my criteria. I'll scroll down and I'll find someone like, look at this, experienced lead generator and inside sales professional. So to me, that sounds like someone who's cold calling, somebody who is in this space. What I would do is follow this person. This person doesn't have their DMs open, which sucks, but I would engage with some of their posts. I'm kind of doing it right now. And then I would maybe write a message to them or reply to a tweet if they had a tweet related to sales. I could say something like, hey, you know, yada, 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 like react to the tweet essentially. And I've been doing this. I just don't want to give up the people I've been talking to and kind of how I've been engaging. But I've been doing this in that I engage with somebody who has authority in the space, and then I'll send them a message. So next, I'm going to show you guys a couple messages that I have actually received from real sales professionals. Here is one. I told somebody about the app who has a lot of followers and a lot of clout in the sales space. They're actually a sales trainer. They said, sounds very interesting, would love to try it out. I have a bunch of sales pros who could run through it and give feedback as well if that's what you're looking for. And I'm just shooting super straight with these people. I'm saying, yeah, full transparency. I'm looking for sales pros and even influencers interested in joining the team to promote it. So I'm starting to kind of wrangle up the troops. This can be risky because if I don't launch this app, I'm going to lose the trust of these people, and these people aren't going to take me seriously in the future. But I know I'm going to launch this app and I'm willing to put myself out there. So that's one person. And then here's another person who I've been talking to who has a lot of experience in the sales training space. He actually runs his own sales training program. Pretty much that I'm working on an AI mock call simulator for sales reps. Can I add you to the beta group? Person says, dude, of course. So I definitely got some people locked in and been generating some interest there. Pretty excited about that. And essentially, what I would recommend y'all do if y'all are trying to stir up some demand is either you can use a tool like Drippy AI, and I'll have some content coming up on like how I use Drippy AI to generate leads. But you can use something like Drippy to automate your Twitter cold outreach. And there's also tools like Expandy.io. If you're doing like B2B SaaS, you can use Expandy.io to automate some of your LinkedIn outreach and generate leads through LinkedIn. So these are two really cool like growth hacking tools that I'd recommend you use. And so if you're following me along, my advice to you is to keep building the functionality of your app. Talk to people, because I like to do a mix of both. You know, you could either build the app all at once and then go nurture those relationships, and it's going to both take you the same amount of time. And since I'm part-time building this because I have the dreams in the apps business full-time, I am just trying to make sure that I'm de-risked. I will actually be picking it up a notch now that I have the UI designer locked in. I may even be looking for some help like after I launch the MVP. I've been talking to a couple people who are interested in like joining me as a full-time developer, I guess like dedicated developer, so I can maintain some more of those relationships and actually grow the app and drive the product roadmap. So I'm starting to think about like, you know, building the team off of this. But yeah, I'm going to make some progress this weekend. My goal is to have at least one more live stream next week. And by September 1, I want to have the paywall up, revenue cat hooked up, you know, and sending versions to test flight that I can actually play with on my phone with some basic functionality. So giving myself 7 days to have the MVP done. I shouldn't take longer than that. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this goes. So expect a fun September where we'll be out there iterating and generating some revenue. So really excited to make some extra money and change people's lives with this. Thanks for keeping up on the challenge, and I hope to update you soon.